Our correspondents in Mumbai are telling us that a top cop, a very senior cop, might be arrested soon in the Sheena Bora murder case. This because of the delay in the investigation. Now, this would be a very, very big story. A high-profile cop who's been involved in the investigation may be arrested. We want to be very careful. But this is what the CBI is telling us, that the role of a senior cop in the Mumbai police is under the scanner, and they're saying they're moving in. They've got reason to believe that he now needs to be arrested. This is a big development indeed. Did a senior cop protect Peter Mukherjee? If so, why? This would be another big twist. Remember, not since Arushi has India had a murder case with quite as many twists and turns. Now, CBI sources telling us that a very senior cop, and we're being a little careful here because we don't wish to jump the gun, but we're being told that a senior cop could be arrested soon. I want to go across now to my colleague Gaurav Sawant. He's joining us on this broadcast. Gaurav, what are your sources telling you? Is the role of a cop under the scanner, or are your sources telling you they'll go out and arrest him soon?
As of now, the role is under the scanner. A very senior Mumbai police officer, a Maharashtra police officer, will be questioned by the CBI for his role, whether it's a cover-up, whether it's not probing certain angles to this investigation, or whether destruction of evidence and not investigating all those angles. Now, all of this will be under the CBI scanner. The CBI is moving very systematically in this extremely sensational murder investigation, Rahul. As of now, what they've done is, after arresting Indrani Mukherjee, after arresting Peter Mukherjee, they are now getting the bigger conspiracy in place, and also, apart from destruction of evidence, were certain aspects of this investigation not covered on purpose? And if so, what was that purpose? Those are things that the CBI wants to figure out, and they will call this very senior police officer first for questioning, and should the responses not come up to mark, the next course of action would be taken, Rahul.
Now, usually, cops don't go at each other. A CBI director okaying, and naturally the current CBI director has to permit his team to go out and arrest one of the senior most officials in the Mumbai police if that arrest does happen. But usually we don't see these kind of things happen. Cops are usually very protective of each other. Would political motives be immediately attributed to a possible arrest?
As of now, from what sources are saying, it's questioning. He will be called in for questioning. It could be several rounds of questioning. If his answers are satisfactory, then a certain decision will be taken. But if those answers are not satisfactory, then they will move forward. Because there were some very basic aspects of investigation, of a murder investigation, that were not followed in this case, which is not expected of an officer of a certain rank and above that officer himself, some of his supervisory officers, and this could go very high. Now, CBI sources are being very, very tight-lipped given the sensitivity of this case, and especially after Peter Mukherjee has just been arrested. Now the CBI sources are saying they will call in the investigation team, they will speak to them, they will speak to the supervisory officers, and then the next course of action will be taken. How soon will that be? That remains the big question. Arrest, as of now, they are not talking in terms of arrest just as yet. They're only talking in terms of calling them in for questioning, Rahul.
Specifically, would they be asking the team of officers who first carried out this investigation, what is their concern? What is it that has necessitated bringing in all these cops for questioning? And what specifically would they be asking them?
Rahul, it starts from the very beginning when an unidentified dead body was discovered in the forest of Raigad. Basic police investigations not done at the level of the police officer who found the dead body, to the level of the superintendent of police, to the level of supervisory officers. So it starts right from there. Why is it that this murder was not investigated in the right earnest? Why was there a cover-up if there was allegedly a cover-up? And now, as more details emerge, it does appear that prima facie, one, either there was a cover-up or there was an attempt to give a certain slant to that case. Why was, why was some officers taking what many could describe as undue interest in one murder investigations? So there are several lines of questioning that will be taken. But again, These are senior, very senior police officers who know the law by the, like the back of their hands. They've done this all their lives. So did they cross the Lakshman Rekha at any state, or were their actions above board? It only prima facie appears that there were some acts of omission or commission.
No,
As
but
of now,
to say
that is
so,
what it appears to
I
be.
want to bring in Nalini Singh to suggest that the investigation wasn't on the right track, or certain questions were deliberately not raised, or a line of investigation was not pursued, is very easy. You can definitely bring them in for questioning, but it's very difficult to go out and make an arrest, because then you need to prove that in a court of law. And that would be very, very difficult for these CBI officials to do.
Rahul, two quick comments. One of them is that there's also this question of Rahul and Mikhail allegedly trying to file FIRs in Bombay at the time that Sheena was discovered missing, and those FIRs not having been filed. The other thing is, let me, and I want to be very careful in this also. In the Arushi murder case, there's been a lot which has been left unsaid. The fingers are being pointed at the police service covering each other's backs. You were absolutely right when you said that the police normally do not go after each other at all. They are very protective. Does that need now to be exposed? Do we need to look at what happened in the Arushi murder case as well as what happened in the Sheena Bora murder case, involving the police, doing something which is away from the public eye?
Okay, I want to go across to Atir Khan. He's at the CBI headquarters in Mumbai. Atir, what are your sources telling you? What are their specific questions to these senior officials whom they wish to bring in for questioning?
Well, basically, the CBI wants to know what exactly was the role of the Raigarh police officers who had discovered the body. You see, Rahul, they had done a bit in the sense that they had submitted the samples of Sheena Bora's bones to the hospital in Mumbai. But was that enough? That is what the CBI is going to probe, because they did not do the basic police entry, which is the ADR, which is the accidental report, which is mandatory to be filed. So they did not do that. So, but now what CBI is going to do is find out whether it was intentional or it was just an omission. So it appears that though they did this bit, that they had given the bone samples, it will be very difficult indeed for CBI, as they were pointing out, to arrest them. At the most, what they can do is perhaps they can carry out a departmental inquiry against them, unless, of course, they get some witness who can prove otherwise.
Okay, I want to thanks Atir. I'm coming back for more updates in a while from now. I want to go.
Nisaga mama mani pamaga ni pamaga sani pamani sapasa. जहाँ तक याद आती रहेगी.